Hi, Analisa Six here with Lady of Leisure and the Sober Curator to give you the April 2023 forecast for the sign of Aquarius. Every time I get on here to talk about Aquarius, I just have um, the Fifth Elements Aquarius song, the Dawning of Aquarius song in my head, which is a great song. I think I still have the record, that vinyl record. Such a good band, such a good underrated band. Maybe they were really overrated back then. That's why nobody cares about them now. I don't know. Let's get into your horoscope. We're in Aries season. It's spring. Happy spring. It's Easter weekend right now. And I am late on getting all these horoscopes out on time, but you know what? I don't care because we're here now. I'm here now, doing it now, and it's good. It's good enough. We've had a lot of Aries energy in the sky since March, and we're entering April with, obviously it's Aries season, so the sun is in Aries. We also still have Chiron, Jupiter, Vesta in Aries, and we started out April with Mercury in Aries, but by the time that I'm recording this, Mercury has already moved on its way into Taurus. It's at 7 degrees Taurus today. But the Aries energy that's been hitting the Aquarius sun and rising chart, horoscope chart, is influencing the area of communication. And unfortunately, Aries in this area is not great. I mean, Aries is a very reactive, impulsive, aggressive, champion, the fight energy, which is great for war. It's great for the courtroom. It's great for getting the bad guys. It's great for taking action on things that we really need to get moving on. There's so many things about Aries energy that's awesome. I mean, I have so many Aries people in my life whom I love, and they have my back. Like if there needs to be a fight, they're going to have my back. But when it comes to like being the way you communicate all of the time, it's not super constructive, right? Because we can't be in fight mode with our communication all the time and have that work out very well, because not everybody responds well to that kind of communication, and not all avenues of our life are beneficial to communicate in that way. Talking to a baby that way, talking to our marital partner, our family members that way, obviously it depends on your relationship with those people, but still, it's not constructive. It's not very healthy. I'm totally pro finding healthy ways to express anger, but taking it out on other people through our words is usually not great. However, singing about it, writing a song where we're angry and we're, like punk rock and heavy metal, or like, any kind of music where we can like scream and yell and tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Like, it's such a great way to channel that energy, is through music. But yelling at people we love and care about is not so much. And so having Aries energy pass through this area of the chart can make us more prone to these reactivity, kind of dynamics where we're emotionally triggered and we're more prone to yelling or fighting or getting, aggressive or defensive in our communication. And so that's something that, if you've been feeling more tense and more prone to feeling like you just need to, with everything, like go scream into a pillow, go punch a punching bag, go sing your favorite punk rock song. Like, that's a better way to express it. But you're learning how to express yourself in a way where maybe you need to be angry. Maybe you need to tell somebody that you're upset. But how can you do that in an Aries confrontational way without it being explosive, right? That's kind of like an Aries mercurial lesson. So we're still having the sun, Jupiter, Chiron, and Vesta there. And again, it's a check yourself before you wreck yourself thing with communication. Like, don't say things that you're later going to wish that you could take back and you can't. I've lost entire friendships over things that were said that I can't get over. Like, it's like, I can't let go of the fact that that was said. Like, I can forgive you and I can move on, but I will never trust you the same. Like, if you're okay talking to me that way ever, like, those are deal breakers for me. And that's not true for everybody. Some people are a lot more able to move on from that stuff. Words are a lot more powerful to me than the way that we get brought up. We say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I am not of that ilk. Like, words are everything to me. Words and actions, actions and words together are equally important to me. And so I don't like it when people are mean and then their actions are nice. Like that's a mind fuck for me. I don't like it when people are nice and their actions are mean. That's also a mind fuck for me. And what it does is makes me not trust that person and makes me feel like I'm about to, be in an abusive or manipulative dynamic. That's usually what those things have meant in my life when I'm in them. So it's important that we learn, when we have Aries passing through our communication house, that we have to find healthier ways to express ourselves, get anger out in constructive ways, talk about our anger in constructive ways. I know, like, I've had to tell my husband, this is actually really funny, but it's really good for me to yell, God damn it, if I break something. Like if I drop something and it breaks, I really need to yell fuck or God damn it. Like I need to get that out. And like I just need to go, like be mad about it, And then once I sweep it up and put it away and whatever, I totally let it go. I don't carry it with me the whole day. I don't say like, oh, I broke that jar, so now I'm gonna have a horrible day all day. I don't do that. I just say, fuck really loud or God damn it really loud, and then I release the energy and move on. And I've told my husband, I'm like, just let me say that when I break something, because I just need to get that energy out of my body. And then I try not to take that with me. I don't stay moody, I don't stay aggro, I don't take it out on everybody around me. I just let it go. So those are things like you can find your own version of things that help you release that tension. And that's still going to be a theme for April with some of the Aries energy. Like we still have Chiron and Jupiter in Aries for all of April. And then the sun will be in Aries until the 20th of April. So Mercury and Venus being in Taurus right now, the area of the chart that's passed into is the home. And so your home is a big focus with Venus and Mercury in Taurus. We also have Juno and Uranus in Taurus and the North Node in Taurus right now too. So if you've been in a mode of wanting to redo things about your home or your environment in that way, that's been up for review and kind of a project or a theme for you. And so it's a really good time. Like if you're wanting to paint a room or beautify something, like that's a really positive thing. Moving furniture around, buying new furniture, that kind of stuff. But Venus, so Venus passing through that area really amplifies that. Venus though is only going to be in Taurus for a couple more days. It moves into Gemini on the 11th. And this is the area that rules children and also creativity and self-expression. And so you're getting a boost of creative energy with Venus entering Gemini on the 11th, and then Venus and Pluto are going to make a trine. And Pluto is in your sign right now of Aquarius. If you have 0 degrees Aquarius through 5 degrees Aquarius as your rising or sun, Pluto is right there on you. And it probably is really difficult right now. It's probably like a existential crisis of who am I, and everything's changing and I'm ready to shed this skin, or I'm not ready to shed this skin, but it's happening. It's happening and it's hard. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 years. Technically 21 years, I think, because it's going back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn this year, and then it'll station officially next year and stay there for 20 years. So it's a big deal. Like you have a lot of energy on you, Aquarius, that is intense. It's pain into power. You're going to go through a lot of hard stuff before it gets easier around identity and who you are. And it's time for you to let go and let yourself shed the skin, essentially. And it's going to be a slow shed. And all of us fixed signs are going to be feeling that a lot over the next 20 years, especially Aquarius and Leo, though. So once you have this kind of influence of Venus with Pluto, it's a really good time to reflect on your self-confidence around your self-image and how you express yourself with others. And self-love rituals around how you express yourself are probably going to come up over the next month, and how you feel about who you are. You might feel like you want to do something different or try something different, and it's a really good time to be creative and explore that. Mars is in Cancer for the month of April, and that's all affecting us differently, each one of us differently, but we're all kind of going through it in a similar way. Now, the area that it impacts you is your health. Mars in Cancer is going to have a really big impact on your emotional health, and also if you're a woman and you have a uterus, and or any like kind of womb area, that might be a focus over April because of Mars in Cancer being an area of health. So, taking care of that area or being really mindful of your hormonal health, doing things that promote good hormonal health is really positive for the Aquarius person over the month of April. So if you've been going through things with your hormonal health and you feel like you've been wondering if that's something you need to focus on or get checked out, or look into some dietary stuff that helps that. Of course, obviously, with the aid of a functional medicine doctor or a doctor you trust in any capacity, it's important to, have real medical or nutrition advice with that kind of stuff, obviously. Mars also made a trine to Saturn at the beginning of the month. And, it's good for you to start taking your health seriously. Like, you might be seeing the consequences of some past behaviors with your diet or routine that haven't been constructive, and now it's time for you to take that stuff more seriously. Also, the way that you manage your money and your finances and the modalities of how you're generating income also come up for review during the beginning of April, but we're kind of moving away from that energy now. We had a full moon in Libra on April 6th. So by the time I'm recording this, it's already over, but we'll just talk about where that was for you really quick. You have Libra in the area of the horoscope that has to do with your values and your belief systems, and also education from expanded learning standpoint. So like education out in the world versus in an institution. And so if you have been feeling inclined to travel, or you want to learn more about something, or your values or spiritual beliefs are shifting and you kind of want to absorb new information, the Libra moon might have brought some of that stuff up for you. We also have a solar eclipse happening on April 20th at 29 degrees Aries. And that's also the area that we were talking about with communication. So there might be something that happens. It's kind of a catalyst for you to need to express yourself in a more assertive way. That could be intense, but maybe it's something that really needs to get worked through in a very direct way. Eclipse energy is a catalyst that has a ripple effect over 6 months. And so you're going to be in this position where you might be working on having more direct and assertive communication about things, and for better or worse, hopefully for the best. And whatever that ignites, there's kind of like a ripple effect that you're continuing to grow and learn from over the next 6 months. Our sun and moon move into Taurus right after that, and then Mercury stations retrograde in Taurus the day after that. So we have a lot of Taurus energy, with Mercury retrograde until May 15th in Taurus season. And again, the area that this comes up for you has to do with your home. So if you're experiencing anything that you're doing with your home, whether it's renovations, Taurus is a very it's earth, right? It's structure, it's earth. So having Taurus here means that there's like this really grounded home. And during Mercury retrograde, it might feel very ungrounded because of something that's happening in the home or with the family. So that's something to kind of be making note of. It's not a good time to be doing any renovations on your home. It's not a good time to be hiring people to do any work on your home. You're more likely to have to pay more, and it's likely to go awry in some way during a Mercury retrograde. We leave the retrograde on the 15th of April, and the end of May, beginning of June is a much better time for that kind of stuff, if that's what you want. Now would be a good time to start planning it. So like if you're wanting to do those things, plan it, do your research, look at what all your options are, get quotes on certain things, but don't actually do it yet, if that makes sense. If you can. Sometimes we can't, sometimes we just got to do it. But if you can wait, obviously it's recommended to wait with the Mercury retrograde. So we're entering into retrograde season. All right, Aquarius, I almost called you Taurus. All right, Aquarius, it is your time to slow down and watch what you say. Be careful with your words, and hopefully you get through April as as easily as possible. I'm sorry. I feel like it's a hard month for you, but hopefully there's some joy. Venus is going to come in and bring some joy into your life and let you have some fun. So lean into the Venus energy, Venus and Gemini. All right. Good luck. I'll see you next month.